Hey folks, Jax here, and this time we are doing Breakout, which is the other option at the end of the Tosh storyline. Breakout's a dungeon crawler. It's pretty easy, given that Tosh is permacloaked, does decent damage, has some nice abilities, including one which lets you gain energy from your allies, and there are also medics in the mission. So basically you can take your time, go slow and steady, the medics will heal you if you take damage, and your allied units will feed you energy if you need it. So you pretty much, if you've ever played Dota, it's almost similar to that. You push and push and push, and you help your allies push, and eventually you destroy the enemy's command center. And I really think Blizzard did design this mission based off Dota, because it's incredibly similar. Like Dota, the enemy will never overrun you on their own, and because there's no heroes in the opposing team, they've got no chance of overrunning your allies, so you can take all the time you need. But yes, basically you run through Tosh, you be careful, you make sure you don't charge into detection range with too many enemies. There are times when you want to run into their detection range, but it's preferable to do it when you'll survive, of course. And being a dungeon crawler, you want to save and load it as often as possible. The bonus objectives in this one, if you're doing it through the archives like me, they're not necessary to get for the credits because you won't get the credits, but they do help the mission immensely, so you want to do it anyway. It's one of those cases where you actually want to do the bonus objectives for the mission and not for the rewards. But in any case, here we are, we're helping our allies push, and then we're going to go and get the Diamondbacks. In terms of which mission to choose at the end of the Tosh storyline, I do slightly prefer Ghost of a Chance. There's only one mission in the campaign on any difficulty and any achievement where I've used Ghosts or Spectres. I've tried it a few times for a few achievements, and they're just trying to cheese it with them is a lot of hassle and often doesn't even work. Well, it would work if you put in a lot of hassle, but there's only one mission where I do use them, and ghosts are ever so slightly better in my opinion. Basically, it's the Gates of Hell mission, the first Char mission. After Warfield crashes, you can use ghosts to just nuke the Nidus Worms, and that makes the second half of the mission pretty simple and straightforward. But there's no huge difference between ghosts and spectres. I just prefer Snipe for the Overseers and Pioneer Clash. It's a little bit safer. But in any case, we're pushing with Tosh. I think I either couldn't figure out the saves, again, having trouble with the difference between the US and the SEA, or that was my most recent save. But in any case, pushing forward, helping my creeps out. It's not really too much information needed for this mission. It's really straightforward. And being a dungeon crawler, saving and loading really does help out a lot. If there is one important note, it's that towards the end, you need to be careful with your nukes. You don't need to be careful, but you don't want to waste them. And you want to get rid of their starports pretty quickly, because the reason they keep reinforcing with Ravens is because obviously they have starports. Once you get rid of the starports and you get rid of the remaining Ravens, there's nothing else to detect you apart from turrets which never get rebuilt. So if I was to do this again, I'd probably nuke the starports rather than pussyfooting around with it like I do. But it is a really easy, straightforward mission, just like most of the dungeon crawlers. There will be times where you seem like you've got no chance of surviving if you charge in, but thanks to Tosh's shield ability, you can survive a lot. Can't survive everything, but a lot. Also, you can stun buildings. I don't know about the turrets. I think I might have tried it in my first ever run through of this, and it might have worked, but the stun is very short, so it's not as reliable as Zeratil's Void Prism. Rescuing the tank operators, the tank prisoners, is pretty simple, thanks to this Raven going a long way away. And yeah, you slowly push forward with your team. What could be simpler? At this bit you do want to be a little bit careful because the Ravens do move out further. but as long as you react as soon as you see it happening, you can run back to your base and heal up. In terms of what to consume, always consume the Marauders. You get more energy because they've got more life. Pretty standard. With this bit, you can try and abuse sight. You can shoot the tanks through the walls if any of the other units manage to get sight of them. Obviously, through the wall, they won't have sight of you unless they get a unit out, which makes it a little easier. You see, managed to sneak a tank kill in there. But yeah, so you go up the side ramps to kill the Ravens. Sorry, kill the starports. You do want to use one nuke down the bottom there. There's just Thors are way too much. I can't remember precisely how I did it, but I think you get 4 nukes, and you should use one at the bottom of the ramp, one at the top of the ramp, and one on each of the starport areas. If I was doing it again, that's how I'd do it. If you only get 3, just nuke one of the starport areas. The Ravens are pretty much the only danger to Tosh at this part. They do have a few turrets, but because they're stationary, you know exactly where you stand. So you can be a little bit safer. But yeah, we're almost done. Pretty straightforward. Anyway, that was Breakout. I will catch you guys next time.